He won the Heisman as a freshman, redshirt, but he won the Heisman. That's how I like that. Tell me, because nobody, he only won the Heisman because he beat Alabama. What up, it's the Black Mamba. It's your boy JB, and we coming to you like we know him, man. Thanks for tuning in to Likewordsports. What's up? It's your boy Black Mamba and my boy JB. Thanks for tuning in to Likewordsports. We coming to y'all like we know how, man. Listen, Likewordsports, we're doing something a little different this year. You know, we're going to come to y'all every week, giving y'all our predictions, debating this guy. You know, I'm going to win a lot of those. But we're going to do a lot of debating this year every week for the rest of the NFL season. And we're going to need a lot of fan interaction. So let's get right into it. We got a lot to talk about. Let's start at the beginning of the NFL calendar, which the NFL draft, which was here in Philly. You know, we went to that. We don't got to say what happened there, but we went to that draft. So, you know, let me hear what who your rookie of the year is, defensive rookie of the year.
My offensive rookie of the year, I got Leonard Fournette from LSU going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I personally just feel like he's going to be the bell cow. He's going to get 20 to 30 touches a game. He said the game is real slow for him and slower than he expected it to be. So I just see him being successful. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Let me say this. Do you think he's going to do that good with Blake Bortles now being the starting quarterback there?
I think he's going to help Blake Bortles because you're giving him the ball 30 times a game. Now Bortles doesn't have to throw the ball 40, 50 times a game. And I think that's going to help him out a lot. I don't think Bortles is going to be that much better, but I think he's going to have a good season with that young defense they have.
All right, good luck. Blake Bortles, we both had him as a bust a couple years back.
He's still going to be a bust. As far as defensive rookie of the year, I got TJ Watt from Wisconsin. He just fits the mold for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's having a great preseason. And I just see him coming off the edge, being the pass rusher like the Pittsburgh Steelers like. I see him being very successful, and I see him just being the best defensive rookie of the year this year.
All right, so my rookie of the year is someone this guy's going to like is Minnesota Vikings running back Dalvin Cook. You know, he's an FSU fan.
Florida State for life.
The reason I picked Dalvin, though, is because Dalvin, to me, he's going to get the most opportunity.
He's the best.
And he's not the best. He's going to get the most opportunity, right? And I think he's going to have a better year than Leonard Fournette. I really honestly do. I think Christian McCaffrey, who I'm a fan of, is going to do well, but I just think Dalvin Cook is going to have so much opportunity to succeed. And the guy, to me, he was the best running back in college.
And who told you that he was the best running back in college?
You did. I'll give you your props.
That's all I wanted to do.
That's the last one for today. Defensive rookie of the year, I'm going with Jabril Peppers. I think that guy, to me, it's almost like a slam dunk. He gets defensive rookie of the year. He's going to be playing safety. They may move him down to linebacker. He may be playing corner. He's going to be punt returning. He's going to do kick returning.
I don't think they should put him in linebacker, though.
Because of size. But I'm saying they can. He's like a Tyrann Mathieu kind of guy. And I think he's going to excel like Charles Woodson did, where he's going to be returning punts, touchdowns, stuff like that. He's going to be a guy that people want to pick up in fantasy.
I respect
you know
that.
what I'm saying? Even on the defensive end.
I can respect that.
So now let's get to the horror stories. Who do you got as your bust and your sleeper?
Well, to start off with the sleeper pick.
Right.
My sleeper is Tariq Cohen. He's drafted in the 5th round, I want to say, from North Carolina A&T. Running back, real small, kind of like a Darren Sproles. They call him the human highlight reel. With the Bears needing as many weapons as they can, I mean, you know, Howard is going to be their main guy, but I think Kadeem Carey's job's in jeopardy. I think Tariq Cohen can do a lot. He's also going to probably do some returning, so I could see him being a big-time sleeper. On my bust, Pat Mahomes.
Okay.
I just don't see him fitting Kansas City, and they don't have no weapons for him. I mean, they got one weapon. Well, they got Kelsey, but I just see Pat Mahomes being a lot put on his shoulders, and I don't think he's going to get the job done. In that strong division that we have, I don't see it working for him.
We'll get back to that you said later in the show. I'm going to go with my bust first. I also got Pat Mahomes. I think this guy has too much expectation because he has a lot of arm strength. And he reminds me a lot of Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler's arm strength is phenomenal. It's great. But, you know, a lot of people in the NFL circles would say that he's a bum. You know what I mean? Even he's got the arm talent and everything like that. Pat Mahomes can run and do all that stuff. And Andy Reid is supposed to be a quarterback whisperer. I think he fails on this one. Pat Mahomes will be a bust. I'm not saying he'll be out of the league in 3 years, but I think he won't be
getting that top
Yeah, I think he'll be
12,
like
top
how Alex
15,
Smith, how I view Alex Smith. My sleeper pick is Desmond King. You're going to hate this one because he plays for the Chargers, and I know how much you are infatuated with Phillip Rivers.
Mm-hmm.
Desmond King is a safety for the Los Angeles Chargers now. They can't say San Diego. And he has been playing really, really good in the preseason. And I know you don't like when I look to preseason stuff, but the kid has been playing. I think he's leading the team in interceptions in the preseason. He's playing nickel. He's playing safety. Desmond King from Iowa, he's a sleeper. He should be on everyone's radar. All right?
Bosa has nothing to do with that?
Bosa, I mean, I like Bosa. So now you like Bosa?
No, I'm asking you because I know how you are. So does Bosa have anything to do with that?
Desmond King
your love for the Chargers have anything to do with that?
I don't like the Chargers. I like one team.
All right, just making sure.
All right, so we got our rookies out the way. One of the things that we also like to do is talk about who our MVPs is. I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go first. So I wrote down who I wanted my MVP to be, but I'm gonna change it. My MVP, I'm going with Tom Brady. I'm gonna change it. I had other people. Le'Veon was on my radar. I had Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, okay.
I had Le'Veon Bell as it.
No Dak.
No Dak.
Okay.
Not yet.
Right.
Doesn't mean I don't want him to be. Brady is the MVP. I don't think I have to explain. Tell me who your MVP is going to be.
Honestly, my MVP, I have Tom Brady.
Okay.
The amount of weapons he got a couple of running backs. Brandon Cooks. I think Brandon Cooks is going to have a lights out season.
Yep.
But at the same time, I also can sway to Aaron Rodgers, and I say the same thing. Aaron Rodgers, all his weapons are back. They're all healthy. Martellus Bennett is going to be a huge thing for Aaron Rodgers. The way he makes plays. I think like this is going to be a year he can, get over all the injury bugs and those things, and he can do it. So, I say Tom Brady, but I also can see Aaron Rodgers being MVP this year.
And I don't have Aaron Rodgers winning the MVP. I think Dak can have a better year.
Because you think he's the most overrated quarterback ever. One of the most overrated quarterbacks
ever,
right?
Guarantee.
Okay.
Most overrated ever.
All right, yeah.
That's another.
Who I think is, right?
Who?
Tom Brady. All right. But we don't got to talk about that.
We don't got to do that. I don't like when you do that, though.
Yeah,
I really.
All right. We can move on.
We can move on.
That's what you want to do.
All right. So let's talk about playoffs now, because maybe our MVPs can correlate to who we got making the playoffs. So I'm gonna let you go first.
I'll start with with the AFC.
Go ahead.
I got the Raiders being the number one overall seed, home field advantage, getting a bye week. I got the Patriots having a second bye week, going 12-4. Raiders going 13-3. Third seed, I got the Steelers going 10-6. I just see them running their division. I see them, being able to get through things. Martavius Bryant's back. Le'Veon Bell being, coming in the camp, being healthy, being ready. I like Juju. What's the kid's name?
Smith from USC.
Yeah, I like him being there too. So I think they're going to get third. Fourth seed, I got the Texans. I just see them winning their division. The division's going to be soft. Their division's going to be bad. They're going to play good within, but I see the Texans, their defense, J.J. Watt coming back. I see them getting that seed. My wild card seeds, my 5th and 6th, I got the Broncos going 10-6. Okay. We went 9-7 last year, having a horrible season. I see us winning one more game than last year, and I see us getting into the playoffs. And I got the Ravens going 8-8, and that's my those are my AFC.
All right, so let me tell you where you're wrong at, and this is on video. Let me tell you where you're wrong at.
Tell me what you're going to say.
No, let me tell you where you're wrong at.
Okay.
First of all, the Raiders are not going to be the best team in the AFC.
And that's why.
Because Tom Brady's still in the NFL.
Okay.
All right? So, and the second thing is, you have your Broncos going 10-6.
Yes.
10-6. So y'all better this year?
Yes.
All right.
Like, only people who don't watch the Broncos would say we're not better this year.
I bet
we got a way better line.
I bet y'all don't win 8 games.
We have more running backs.
Y'all win.
Everybody else stays there. So what makes us not better than we were last year?
Let me tell you right here. My AFC playoff seeds are as follows. Patriots 1 seed at 14-2.
It's nice.
All right.
Good job.
The Titans, the 2nd seed at 11-5.
Hurry up so I can tell you why you're wrong.
All right.
Go ahead.
The Raiders, the 3rd seed, I got them at 11-5. Steelers, 4th seed at 10-6. I have the Bengals not being hit by the injury bug this year and they will make the playoffs at 10-6. And I have the Chiefs at 9-7. Nowhere in there do I have.
Do you know that it's not an injury bug that stopped the Bengals from winning playoff games, right? They just can't get it done. Andy Dalton's just not the problem. He's not the answer.
They're going this year, bruh.
So that's that. Now let's go up to this number 2 seed thing.
Go ahead, let's talk.
Tennessee Titans.
Yes.
Number 2 seed.
11-5.
A bye week.
When
was the last time they went to the playoffs?
Yo, the music scene.
Bye week. This is the dumbest thing you've probably said in Likewordsports.
Yo, I'm telling you, Marcus Mariota, has he progressed?
Yes.
Okay.
Does he still get hit a lot?
Yes, they picked up Eric Decker.
So he still gets hit a lot?
Yeah.
Okay, so what have they done to fix that problem?
Eric Decker.
What have they done to fix the problem of him getting hit?
Run DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry.
They ran them last year, and he still got hit a lot.
How many games they win last year?
What?
7.
7?
Yes.
So they're going to go from 7 to 11.
Yes, that's what happens in the NFL. You know one team comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're not the one team coming out of nowhere.
All right, let me hear you.
That's nice.
NFC.
All right, so we'll move along. We'll go to Red's guaranteed, by the way, that the Broncos won't win more than 8 games.
No, 8-8. Lock it.
So just y'all remember that. But we're going to go to NFC picture. I got the Packers being the first seed, 12-4. Like I said, I just see that offense being high-powered and ready. I see the defense getting a little bit better. I actually got the Falcons, making noise again. That young team doing it again. 11-5, being the second seed. I have the Giants being the third seed, going 10-6, winning the division. Doing what they could do. Even with this little injury problems that we're hearing about Odell Beckham and Brandon Marshall, I still see it being in their favor. Fourth seed, I got the Seattle Seahawks, Legion of Boom back, Earl Thomas back. I think Russell Wilson could, get through to that division. That division's getting a little bit weaker
now,
again, but we'll see. And I actually have in my my wild cards, I have the Minnesota Vikings going 11-5. Doesn't seem too crazy.
Yeah, right.
And then I have the Cowboys going 9-7. So I actually have you guys making the playoffs because I'm a realist. So I see y'all making the playoffs, but I don't see y'all making any noise.
That was cute to say that you were realistic and everything, but you have the Minnesota Vikings at 11-5.
You have the Tennessee Titans at 11-5. There's really nothing you can say to me. Minnesota Vikings have one of the best defenses in the NFC. Minnesota Vikings.
Look at the division they're in, JB.
It doesn't matter. So isn't that going to help their favor?
No, because they got to go against tougher teams.
Who? What are the Lions?
The Lions made the playoffs last year or 2 years ago, bro.
But why did Minnesota not make the playoffs?
Because they're not good enough and they have Sam Bradford as their quarterback.
But Sam Bradford got hurt. Sam Bradford was putting on a show before he got hurt.
They won 5 games and they didn't make 6 straight games and they didn't make the playoffs, bro.
But Sam Bradford was putting on a show and he got hurt. They didn't have a quarterback.
Let me go to my
Who was
NFC.
their quarterback last year?
Let me go to my NFC.
All right, go ahead.
My NFC teams. I got the Giants actually being the number 1 seed. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'm saying the Giants going to be the number 1 seed.
And that hurts you to say.
That hurts me very much.
And I love
but the weapons they have, I got them going 12-4.
I love that it hurts you.
Seattle, 2 seed, 11-5. Panthers, 3 seed, 11-5. Packers, 4th seed, 10-6. Cowboys, 5th seed, 11-5. And I got the Tampa Bay Bucks, 11-5.
I actually like that. I like that pick because I like Jameis.
Right.
Deshaun Jackson going.
The one team I didn't have in there though is the Falcons because those the team that loses. I don't got them going, and plus their division is better.
Yeah, but I don't do those kind of stereotypical.
I do them, and that's why.
Yeah, we call those stupid people stats.
Okay, whatever.
So
who do you got for your Super Bowl?
But my Super Bowl.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk. Who you got there?
I actually have the Oakland Raiders
going
against the Green Bay Packers. I could say going against the Atlanta Falcons. I could see the Falcons going back there again, but I just don't see that happening. I see them doing good, making noise. I just don't see that happening again, them going back to the Super Bowl back-to-back years. Maybe next year, but this year coming up, the Falcons. So I'm just going to go with the Green Bay Packers and the Oakland Raiders, and honestly, the Lombardi Trophy is going to come to the AFC West with the Oakland Raiders.
Okay. I can't knock your hustle on that. I disagree with it, but I can't knock your hustle on it.
Yeah, obviously.
My Super Bowl prediction is as follows. I'm not going to guarantee it, but I almost want to. I got the Raiders too. I think Tom Brady's not going to go back-to-back. I don't think
So you really don't have your boy toy, your man crush Monday.
No, he's not going this year.
Back.
No. I don't got him going this
I'm actually surprised.
year.
Home field advantage.
Yeah.
And he's not going back.
No. I just don't think he's this year. Beast mode's on that team. I think the AFC Championship may come down to those two, and the Raiders get their revenge. From like 15 years ago. But I also the NFC representative will be the Carolina
I
Panthers.
just want to know where you have the Titans lose.
Listen,
they get a bye week and they still going to lose.
The Super Bowl is going to be between the Panthers and the Raiders.
Yo, you're silly.
And I got Cam getting his revenge on the Raiders.
All right.
He's going to be smarter. He's going to perform better.
And Cam, now this is based on the fact that they have Christian McCaffrey.
I'm a fan of Christian.
Because
you know that.
Nothing else has really changed. I mean,
yes, JB. Listen, I told you.
Last year
was the year they came off the Super Bowl.
Last year, Kelvin Benjamin was there.
Yeah, but he wasn't back yet. Now he's got a full year under his belt.
He was balling.
He's got a full year under his belt with Cam healthy.
What about the offensive line?
Cam is there, man. That dude's he's superior.
Cam who? You see, Von Miller said Cam who?
Does
and then everybody says
Von Miller, JB?
But a lot of teams start putting hits on Cam, and it didn't. He wasn't a factor.
Does every team have a Von Miller?
No, but a lot of teams had players that did the same thing Von Miller did after that.
So do you got the Panthers even going to the playoffs?
No.
See, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Did I say them?
That's crazy.
I didn't say them.
No.
Right? All right.
You're wrong.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
The Buccaneers they're stepping up. Right. You have them going to the playoffs. The Atlanta Falcons are not going to deplete that bad. So even if they don't go as high as I say,
did you think the Panthers was going to deplete that bad?
Yes. You know why? Because I seen the toll that it took on him. And then you see they're not calling calls for him. He's their guy.
So
Christian McCaffrey's not the savior.
Yo, watch
what
him and Cam do.
Who else do they have?
Curtis Samuel.
Their defense.
Curtis Samuel from Ohio State. He's like another Christian McCaffrey. We can agree to that.
Okay.
Kelvin Benjamin.
He's nice.
Greg Olsen. They still have John Stewart. Like, bro, don't act like they're not nice.
Healthy.
Don't act like they're not nice.
Their defense. What are they stopping? What are they doing?
Yo,
Who's in their defensive
backfield? Yo. Luke Kuechly.
He's great. He's great. All right, so there we have it.
All right, man. Listen.
So that's the playoff predictions.
Okay.
Those are the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So I don't see where this whole you so right thing happens.
So look, let's do this thing. Let's do this. Nah, we'll discuss that later. But let's preview week 1. Week 1 of the season is underway. All We're gonna do our picks. Who we think we.
And I'll read them off, and you can tell me if you disagree.
Okay. So let's do that.
I have the Pats over the Chiefs 4 away.
Yeah, I've got the Pats too.
I got the Bills over the away Jets.
I got that too.
I got the Eagles over the home Redskins.
I'm going with the Redskins on that one.
Because you don't like the Eagles.
No, I hate them. But
yeah, you hate the Eagles.
Yes, but they're still. I think
because you think Carson Wentz is that bad.
I do. You know that. Y'all need to know that. I think Carson Wentz is horrible.
And he's not.
No, I don't think he's horrible. Yeah. I think he's a C- quarterback.
You kind of do.
His rating on Madden should be like 74.
All right, so that's the one we disagree on.
Okay.
I got the Raiders over the Titans.
I'm going with the Titans.
I apologize to everybody that's watching Likewordsports, but every time I mention the Titans for the next couple weeks, I'm probably going to laugh because that's just the craziest thing I've heard from Reg since we started this blog.
Yo, but hold on, wait, time out.
No, we're just going to keep going. So I got the Bucks over the Dolphins.
I got that.
I got the Texans over the Jaguars.
I got that. That's easy.
I have the Cardinals over the Lions.
I'm going with my boy Matt Stafford. I got the Lions on that one.
And you know that everybody's healthy with the Cardinals?
Yeah, they're going to be good.
Tyrann Mathieu, Honey Badger, healthy.
Right.
You see Buda Baker?
He's a problem.
Very good.
He's a problem.
What
I'm saying is the Lions are home. That's why I'm going with that.
All right, that's cool. I got the Falcons over the Bears.
With you.
I got the Bengals over the Ravens.
I'm with you.
I got the Steelers over the Browns.
I'm with you.
I got the Rams over the Colts.
I'm with you.
I got the Packers over the Seahawks, which is a toss-up because
I got the Seahawks on that one.
I'm not sure on that, but I just see them getting that win, starting the year off right, high-powered, everybody healthy. I just see when the Packers are healthy, I just see them very hard to being beat.
Yeah, but if there's a team that could beat them, it's Seattle.
Seattle's one of the
Right.
I don't know how Earl Thomas is going to come off the long injury and those kind of things. So that's something I had to see. And then I'm not really built for their offense.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Whenever Russell Wilson plays the Packers, he plays pretty well versus them. They can't stop him. He has Clay Matthews here going elsewhere.
Yeah, and I got I got the Panthers over the 49ers.
Yep.
Now, I got the Cowboys over the Giants if Brandon Marshall and Odell Beckham don't play. I have to do that because if they play, if they're healthy, the Cowboys are losing. As simple as that. Like, that's just, I mean,
Why is that the only game that got to have an asterisk near?
No, because that's a main factor.
Put your like word guarantee on it. Put your like word guarantee on that one.
I put my like word guarantee that if Brandon Marshall and Odell Beckham play,
you're going with who?
The Giants are going to win.
All right, so then that's your joint.
Simple as that. They're going to win. There's no way y'all could beat them if they're at full power. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And then
I got the Cowboys. You know that.
Now we have the Monday night game. We have our like word game of the week.
Like word game of the week,
which is the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints.
So JB's going to tell you who the losing team he's going for.
The losing team is the Saints, but I'm going for the Minnesota Vikings.
They're not going to beat the Saints.
And we have Reg, the bad news bear,
who's going for the Saints. To me, this is a guarantee. This is a like word guarantee because I feel like there's no way that Sam Bradford, a rookie Dalvin Cook, and Stephon Diggs is going to be able to compete offensively with Drew Brees and anybody else. Drew Brees is that good to beat the Minnesota Vikings because the Minnesota Vikings are not.
Drew Brees is that good to beat plenty of teams. And when was the last time Drew Brees had a winning season? It's because they have the worst defense. They have one of the worst defenses in our era. Like in this era.
I agree.
They're horrible.
But how many
they put up 35? They give up 40. Right. And they give up 40 to teams who don't have high-powered offenses.
The Vikings ain't one of those teams.
The Vikings are one of those teams.
One of those teams.
The Vikings have a very great defense, too. So he might not put up 35 on the Vikings.
Yeah, he'll put up 28.
So if he puts up 21 or 24...
Bradford's not putting up that many points. Stop it.
See, he doesn't have to. Dalvin Cook can. This could be a good coming-out party for Dalvin Cook.
Yo, make sure y'all watch this game.
This is the game y'all need to watch. Watch the game of the week. It's a horrible defense against the young, flashy offense. A great defense against a good offense.
Right.
That's what the game's going to be. And the great defense and the flashy young offense is going to win. Simple as that. Like, you just like being argumentative instead of seeing the facts.
Let me ask you this. What's the score of the game going to be?
The score of that game?
Yeah.
I said the score of that game is going to be 32-24. The Minnesota Vikings are putting up 32 points on them. Dalvin Cook having 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 running. Okay. So what is your score?
I think the score of this game is going to be 28-17.
Okay.
28-17.
You think that defense is going to stop them 17 points?
I think Sam Bradford's going to stop them for 17 points.
Okay. All right, so we can move on to the late Monday night game.
Mm-hmm.
The varsity time. I got my Broncos over the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you disagree. You're a Charger lover, so I don't know if you disagree or not, but...
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have y'all winning that game. I got y'all winning.
Y'all hear this.
I got the Broncos winning.
Y'all hear it.
I got the Broncos winning.
This is not going to happen too often because let him tell it, we'll probably go like 4-12 or something like that. So
8-8. I already said it. But this is one of the games y'all going to win.
More than 8-8.
No more than 8-8.
So we might lose more.
But I'm going to give y'all this win. And I kind of want to guarantee it. I kind of want to guarantee it, but I said, I can't really trust Trevor. I don't trust him. You don't. You was all on Brock Osweiler. You're on Trevor. All that stuff.
Listen, I was on Brock Osweiler, and when he started, what did he do? He went to Foxborough and beat Tom Brady.
Right.
So it wasn't like I said he was the best in the league.
Right.
I was on him because I knew he could do with the team.
You used to call this man the Brockweiler.
No, that's not what I called him.
Yes, you did.
I called him the Wiz, the Wizard of Oz.
Anyway, he's about to be
Wizard of Osweiler. That's what I called him.
Trevor's about to fall in his footsteps.
No. Trevor he's going to do what he's going to do. We're going to win that game, and we're going to have a good season. So.
All right, so the last segment that we got here before we get out and is our like word minute.
Mm-hmm.
Our like word minute. Basically, what we're doing here is we're talking about any situation in sports. It can be good, serious situation, anything, and we want to dedicate time, for that situation. And I'll go first, JB, and I'm gonna talk about Colin Kaepernick and what I really think is going on in the NFL and my views on it. So here it is. Colin Kaepernick is being blackballed by the NFL. That goes without saying. I honestly feel as though if you don't see that or believe that, you're turning a blind eye, or you're just not, you're being very ignorant. What I also would like to see from Kaepernick is that because a lot of people are boycotting the NFL. And that's not what Kaepernick is standing for. He's not boycotting. I guarantee if a team came to him, I actually saw in the news, the Broncos, he would sign them. So Kaepernick's not boycotting the NFL. It's people are because they're sticking up for his stance, which I get. What I would want to see Colin Kaepernick do, though, is say, come out and give a statement about how he wants to be in the NFL, and not necessarily boycott it. But that's to each his own.
All right. My topic, I'm speaking on pretty much the same thing of him Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, but just the wildfire that is spread through the league. You had some players, you know, and I like Des Bryant a lot, but he was one of the guys trying to stick up for Jerry Jones, dumb comments, which was Jerry Jones is who he is. We all know what he is. If we want to play the race thing,
Right.
Yeah, he signs black players, he pays black players, but we know who Jerry Jones is. It's not fake. But to see all of these players, you see Marshawn Lynch, you see the Browns players, you see Chris Long talking about it and taking a stand. You see Malcolm Jenkins with the fist up. Now everybody's doing it. Now a lot of people are silent protesting. So all of this talk about everybody, y'all being scared, and you know what I mean, you little like, excuse my language when you say house niggas, y'all being scary to stand up for something. Look, it's a lot of players with big names, a lot of players who don't have big names that are standing up for it. So it's like you played yourself, and a lot of y'all look like real big dummies. And I salute to everybody that is still going through with it.
Yo, so that's our show today. Good one. Listen, follow us on Twitter. I'm at Blog Mamba.
I'm at BCMD_JBEE.
And follow us on Facebook, our Likewordsports fan page. Join in the conversation. If you Team Blog Mama, Team JB, you know, I know I'm going to be winning the debates more often than not.
Took a loss today.
But always, you know, tune in next Friday. We'll be coming back to y'all like we know how. Thanks.
See tight.
11 and 5.